Pizza. Ooh, mushroom. There's a snowstorm coming. That means I'm gonna hunker down and eat a lot. All right, I got some all natural tampons from oops, Sarah bleeped that out. And I'm gonna just hunker down. My period's definitely imminent, and that's just that. I made pizza, I'm heating it up now. I made this yesterday with my sweet, precious, adorable, lovely, lovable niece. Oh no. I need protein. Yeah. Oh, that's greasy. Why is that greasy? Why is it greasy? Okay. I made pizza and now I have these leftover toppings. There's jalapeno and onion in here, and I bought a portobello mushroom pack for cheap, like $2 something. So now I need to like use these up, and I have these potatoes from last week, and I'm just gonna fry it all together. How about that? Doesn't that sound sexy? I do a little cube. Ooh, I need some fresh garlic too. We can do that later though. I have a method of cooking raw garlic where I just chuck it in at the end usually, because I like that like hot, raw, spicy bite of garlic. I want it to hurt a little, you know? It's like ginger beer. So few ginger beers give me that pain that I'm looking for. During weather events, be really careful with knives, because if the ambulance can't get you, you can't get to the hospital, and you chop your fucking finger off, guess what's gonna happen? You just don't get to keep that finger. All right, let's see how this goes. When you're frying anything that you want that crispy brown on, you need to keep it not touching all of each other, but you also want to like jam it down in there where it's flat against the surface, because that's going to make it have maximum surface area, maximum contact, and then you will get a really nice whatever on it, a nice brown. Here's some hunks and chunks. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Hot. I feel like goddamn hair on my outfit. Don't season that yet. Hot tip. Big freak.
6 minutes, starting now.
Ooh. Do a little mushroom moment. Cut these. Everything you cut a little bit bigger than you think you're gonna want it, but mushrooms especially, they are mostly water. So if you want like an inch, like a ½ inch chunk of like finished cooked mushroom in your thing, put a little more. I wish I had more pepper. I wish I had different kind of pepper too. She's sleeping. Let's squish all of this up. I found out just how not fun it is to crumble this over a steaming hot pan. So I'm just gonna do it like this, outside of the pan. I don't want to see any angular pieces, you know? You need to make this so it's like crumbles like this, you know? I don't want you to know that this used to be flat anywhere. Ooh, could have almost detected this used to be flat once. So the ones that release naturally are the ones that are ready. So those are on the outer edge. Just gonna give it a scrape. And now the point in time where you can add seasoning. Swear to God, my hands look so weird on camera without my nails. They look weird on camera no matter what. Depends on the angle. This is onion powder, garlic powder. Cayenne. So spice, pepper, but you already know I'm going to do this for 600 years, so. And salt. It's snowing! It's happening! Oh, my cheek hurty. Ugh. Put a little soy milk in here. Ugh! Sarah, oh my god! Oh my god! Alright, so embarrassing. I ran into a guy that I'm in a community garden with at this health food store that I went to get these tampons. And he hugged me and now I smell like his cologne. So that was nutritional yeast. I put more salt and pepper, and then this is gonna make it creamier, allegedly. I got some Trader Joe's chives. Chives are super nice over eggs of all kinds. So wow, they look rough. Shit. A trick too, like let's say you have food stuck to your pan, which what's gonna happen? Turn it off while there's still just a little bit of moisture left. Cover it or leave it sitting for a couple minutes, and that will loosen up whatever's on the bottom of your pan, and then you can kind of just scrape it. So we're supposed to get, not joking, between 4 and 12 inches of snow. That's pretty delicious. We're so Stream household. All right. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, I think you're gonna do a good job. You want to play good, and you hope you play good. I think we played pretty good tonight. I'm gonna do this exact process like 60 more times throughout this weekend. Oh, clean up. I also have this, it's not ginger, if you see in there, it's all kinds of spices. It's like a garlic bread kind of seasoning mix. Onion powder, garlic powder, ground rosemary, salt, pep, some little pink peppercorns, salt, and my niece put a little beet powder because she likes pink, and a couple of these little Anaheim red pepper flakes. Probably what I'm gonna do for dinner is just heat up what lunch was and maybe a couple little extras. Sorry. Oh my God. This is vegan pepperoni I made months ago and froze it. I found out a couple days ago that my niece calls pepperonis pony-ronies, and I will not stop thinking about it. Dry ass pony-roni. We have quite the weird fucked up little family here. This is a Honeycrisp. They are like a sour candy or something. My little peanut butter. That's like 600 calories. Shh, I'm gonna eat that too. And here is something that I know is weird for most vegans, but it's one of these sardines that I eat. I'll show you how I prepare this for me to enjoy it. And my dog also super loves oh, there he is. Sir. I know what you want. I'm gonna give you some sardine juice tonight. He loves the spine. This is applewood smoked salts, and it's gonna make the fish taste smoky. Sorry if this has offended you, like if you're vegan and you're here, because this is, you know, because you're vegan, but I'm not all the way, mostly. You gotta pick through. I don't like the spine, and my son really does, so all works out. It's not pleasant to crunch down on a fish bone for me. Put whatever seasonings. Oh my God. whatever you want to make it taste palatable to you if that's what you need to do. I mean, I think it's quite good on its own, but the smoked salt really takes it somewhere. I feel like I'm in Scandinavia. Hinder, hinder, hinder. I really do. Status update, it's still snowing. I ground this coffee on maybe like a 28 on the Encore. This is just like a standard burr grinder, okay? And then you level the bed by doing this. This is called a gooseneck kettle, and it looks like this because I jammed it into a campfire once. It's just kind of cute. You transfer your water into here so that you can control where it goes a little bit easier. You'll see what I mean. You can heat it up directly in this, but I really think the electric kettle is faster and it takes less energy. And since I jammed this into the campfire, it sputters. It'll like shoot water out of that top, out of the spout. Normally I'd be weighing this, but my scales batteries are like totally dead after 6 years, so I guess we had a good run, right? But basically you want 30 grams of beans and 500 grams of water for a standard Chemex pour over. I'm gonna go to this little belly button and hope that this is enough beans. This is called blooming, and it's like a percentage of, I think, the overall weight of the water. I used to have a book, I don't remember, but I think I usually put 30 grams of water in there, and then you leave it for like 30 seconds. So with this, you want it to, it's snowing again. It was weirdly not snowing, even though it was set 100% chance, like all day. Oh my God, I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh well, bloom seems over. Oh yeah, you want this to happen, I think it was like within 3.5 minutes. Wow, I'm really gonna have to look this up. I haven't timed it in like 8 years. It's been a really long time. There's 2 methods that you can do, if not more, but this one, I do like the start and stop. Then you have the continuous pour, which I've done before too. It's not that hard. You just kind of control the flow of this water coming out here. A lot of people will stir this. I don't do all that. But you go around and you don't really want to touch the sides from what I've read and heard from coffee people. So this is pretty much a continuous pour until the point where I feel like I can't get away with that anymore. And then I'll give it a little break and let it drain. I use this machine to grind flax seeds too. And once my friend Anna's husband, David, came over to help me bring up a cedar chest that my former coworker got me, or gave me. It was in his garage for like 20 years. And he said, Sarah, I have something for you to look at before I give it to Goodwill. And I was like, okay. And it was like a gorgeous Libby cedar chest, which still like reeks of cedar on the inside. But anyway, he came over and I wanted to, give him a refreshment. So I was making him coffee, but I had ground flax seeds in this before. And, if you're here, you might be vegan or vegan curious, and flax seeds are really mucilaginous when you make them wet. So there was residual flaxseed meal in the thing. I didn't realize it. And when I ground the coffee, I was doing this pour over method and I was like, wow, this is taking a real long time. So I took a fork and raked through the grounds and it was all slimy and shit because of the flax seeds. He drank it anyway. Too polite. I drank a little too. It was fine, but we barely got any liquid from it. When you're doing this method instead of the weight method, you have to really keep an eye on how much liquid you think is in here versus how much you're seeing in here right now. I get the decaf from the place I get my beans from because I haven't drank caffeine in a really long time. This foam at the top, it's kind of indicative of freshness. So if this were a regular caffeinated bean, those turn over a lot faster, so they're newer all the time. This would be a lot more foamy. That bloom would have been a lot more exciting to look at. My hands are so dry. Fat hands, fat greasy hands. I got cocoa butter from that health food store yesterday. I went in for tampons, but I did realize, because I ripped the soles out of some Vans yesterday. They are making that so hard. I had to use a hairdryer, I had to heat up glue in my house to rip them out, but my hands are really bad off. Did I just dunk my hair in there? I was like, okay, I need something. I mean, look at this. Look at that, bitch. So I was like, I need something to make my hands feel better. So I looked at their whole lotion situation. I don't really do coconut oil because it gives me acne as if I need more. And I knew that was comedogenic for me, but I didn't realize that cocoa butter was like as comedogenic as you can get. So I'm really excited to see how that shit works out. But I brought it home and melted it and whipped it to make it more spreadable because that shit is solid at room temperature. And that worked, but it was like $15. I went in for tampons. I came out with tampons and cocoa butter and the number of a guy from the garden who I ran into because he's going out of town in the summertime. He wants me to watch his cat Sadie a little bit for him. Okay, I can do that. Wow, this is taking a really long time. A lot longer than it should. Later, I'm gonna make a slutty coffee drink. Maybe with real vanilla sugar because I feel like I deserve it. Probably that's enough, huh? Okay, it's up to the belly button. And I'm getting sick of waiting. So what you do when there's a little bit of liquid left in some grounds, I have a metal filter. Most people have a paper filter. You have to rinse those and then you have to throw them away. But I just put this here and then I'll come back to that. Yes, I will. Did you do this? I don't know why. This cup was made in a college town in my state, in our college. My friend Mary gave it to me. I haven't seen Mary in a very long time. Haven't talked to her either. Miss you, Mary. You were a great friend. But she gave this to me one Christmas. It needs to be weighed. It's not very good. It's very drinkable. Quite potable. I'm not excited about it. I should have put more beans. There's too much water and not enough bean. Normally, I will weigh it in this lid and then just dump it into here. So I thought I recognized by eye what it should look like, but I guess I was wrong. Part of the reason what I eat in a day, week, a couple days, whatever, are difficult for me is because I fast until noon. So from like 6-ish p.m. to 12 p.m., I don't eat anything with calories, which is good for my insulin resistance. But it makes it so that when I'm ready to eat, I don't want to fuck with all this. But we're going to make a salad. I'm trying to make it real quick. A little bit of lettuce mix, doesn't matter what it is. I like all kinds of greens. This one is pretty robust and it's good to buy if you're not going to go to the store for a little while because it holds up. These greens are not as delicate as some of the other ones. And I like to rip them if they're too big. I hate getting dressing or sauce of any kind on my cheeks and stuff. I hate that. And while it is very much not peach season, Kroger had peaches for like $1.50 a 4-pack. The first one was actually really pretty good. Sometimes if you think it's gonna be okay, this is gonna be a mess. Some cling fruit is very clingy and some cling fruit just comes right off. This is one of the clingy ones. When they're clingy, cut them all around there into little pieces and then just do it over the bowl so that, oh no, it's moldy. I don't care, it's just the pit. Fuck. Well, it's not very juicy. Not super flavorful either. My leftover chives, just dropped one. I'm not gonna get too precious about these. I like a nice teeny-tiny chive, just like anybody else, but as I mentioned, I am ravenous. And I want some red onion too. Thin, 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 thin. A couple of pecans for you. Oh, they're the best nuts. Queen of nuts. Now it comes time for the seasonings. Shit ton of black pepper, salt, a little bit of cayenne. Nicey spicy. Oh, woo, woo. And now, from my absolute dumbest ex, Kyle Goon, gave me some of this. Porn addict. Can you fucking believe that? Most pathetic thing I ever heard. I think it looks pretty good. She's a beauty. I wish I had some quinoa or something to put in here. I think that would be really nice. I decided I'm gonna have it with some of this tofu hash stuff from yesterday. And I'm making oatmeal, but you've already seen that. Whoa. So this is some vanilla sugar that I made with just some organic granulated sugar. I'm sure you could do brown sugar too. And vanilla beans from the eggnog recipe. And I'm gonna use a little bit of this. I did say it was going to be a slutty coffee drink. I'm gonna do like a tablespoon and a half. And one for mama. Yeah. Amazing. I'm not seeing any action on this mocha pot. Come on, girl. I added a little bit of coconut aminos to this for the flavor. It's happening. This is called a mocha pot. I ground the coffee beans up on like a 10 on my Encore grinder. And that's just a really fine grind. Espresso is not actually a bean. It's a method of making coffee. It's a technique. So this is pressurizing water in this chamber down here. There's a little basket in between this little chamber and this chamber with a filter in it and a rubber ring to maintain that pressure. And then as the pressure builds, it gets forced out of this little tube and it's gonna sputter for a little while. At this point, it's prudent to close this lid. And here's my little oatmeal. It's chocolate banana peanut butter. Ooh, I could put a little vanilla in there. Okay, let's see. Okay, so pretty much nothing more is happening. I replaced this tube, or the little basket inside, and I don't think the tube that reaches down into this chamber is long enough to reach all the way to the bottom. So there's always a little bit of leftover water, but that's okay. I couldn't find my vanilla. I hope I didn't use it all because I need to make my niece a birthday cake. She's turned 4 yesterday, but this storm made it so we couldn't see each other, which made me really sad because I love her. She's my favorite person. Make this mixture a little more sweet than you want the overall drink because we're going to put this in soy milk in a minute. I just tried to let my dog out. He didn't want to go out the roof. The snow on the roof is at least, it's at least that thick. So this is cool. It's not cold, but it's cool. I'm going to put this in the cup first. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh, just a little bit spilt. And this is just so I don't put too much soy milk into it before I know, without, you know what I'm saying? If you put the soy milk in there first, then you don't really know how much of the espresso is going to be in there. Can't do that. Slutty coffee. I wish this were ice. I wish there was some ice in here. And there are roughly, based on this soy milk, just for this glass, 18 grams of complete protein just in this shitty little drink. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, and then, I made some little heart-shaped pasta with a sauce that I made the other day and just put some vegan cheese and nutritional yeast. This is a date Snickers bar with cocoa powder and peanut butter. And I had a stanky valerian Nighty Night Extra Tea. I like that snack. I think that it almost smells like blue cheese. Love it. Thank you.